care. Daddy's with you in your prayers. No more crying, wipe them tears. Dad.
We're here to talk about the Illuminati that called us
The life that I.
Yeah, now we'll look at more stuff about the Claude and his plot for world domination. He's part of the secret agents of Australia.
The life that I never. The life that I never.
Heads up!
Russia still had the capacity to attack, and not only against Ukraine, Poland, Moldova, Romania, and the Baltic states will become.
Don't treat me like a woman.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of.
Are talking to go, wow, short people exist. Oh, so insightful. Wow. Are talking to go, wow, short people exist. Oh, so insightful. Wow. Are
After the herpes come, the man which is preferred to fair. Man under somebody who man. So out. Look at geometry or whatever it is there. Let the hell laugh.
Hi, James. Sorry, I'm mixed up all day.
Hi, Logan.
Hi. Sorry about that.
How are you doing?
All right. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I can't stay on here long. I just wanted to come on and say hi.
Hi. I can share now.
Oh, that's great. I can see that. You're going crazy with it.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's awesome.
I called you the wrong name.
That's all right. That's all right. I have to watch Atheist Junior's show in about an hour, I think. Did you see he commented on your video?
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes your videos, so that's cool.
I'm so glad that. Yeah. Thank you for having that show and stuff. Today.
Yeah.
Brother Pike's having a show
At 7:30.
Oh, I think it might be 7:30 or 8:30. I'm not sure. I think 8:30.
8:30, so that would be 5:30 my time.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can make it for that for sure.
Yeah. Lupin even commented on there.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thanked him for coming on too.
Yeah. And thank you guys. Well,
I thought it went well. We got P-Town and Lupin and Dustin and Claude and Deviant. So it was a good panel.
Yeah, that's great. Did you have fun?
Yeah. I thought we had a good discussion, for sure.
Sorry about
what's that?
Dustin. He just
Well, you don't have to apologize for him. I mean, he is what he is, and I accept him the way he is.
Yeah, he's born.
Just have to try to steer his energy in a, hopefully a better direction. But
is it because of the Dustin gene?
Because of what?
I did joke. Yeah, Dustin, he's a crazy guy. He's just insane. He's like, I don't know, at first he was very calm. It just snapped. It went crazy.
He snapped, but he waited until Claude left, which is not good. He should, if he's got something to say, he should say it to Claude, or he shouldn't even snap at all. I mean, all we're doing is talking.
Yeah.
Even if somebody calls us a name, it's just the internet. It's not like they're at your front door calling you a name or something. So I try not to get too worked up about it.
Yeah. He's just a crazy little guy. He's just crazy.
I like him. I can't, I enjoy having him in discussions. Sometimes he's the only one that will come and discuss creationism. So I have to give that to him, that he's the only one that has, the guts to come on and discuss it.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys will pick apart evolution on their channel all they want, but Dustin will actually come on and listen to the points, Lupin too. And you haven't talked to P-Town in a while, so that was good to see him.
Yeah, God, he's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a baby.
The other day.
What's that? I didn't hear the last thing, Logan. What did you say?
I emailed him the other day about the show.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, that's good. You have some contacts. I know Mark was having his own show right at the same time, so otherwise he might have been there. Yeah, we'll do another one sometime. Probably I'll be ready to do something probably next week. Maybe like on January 3rd or 4th, I'm thinking.
Yeah. What show would you like to have? Would you like to
I'm gonna do a presentation on the formation of the Hawaiian Islands, I think, because I've got some of that prepared already, and especially since you can share screen.
Yeah.
Of course, I could, I could share screen last time when I was on my computer, so I don't think that was a problem. Not the last time, but a couple times ago. You just couldn't do it because you were using your phone, and now you're on your computer, right?
Yeah, I got a new laptop now. It works.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And it's working out okay?
Yeah. Crazy kid.
Is it powerful, your laptop?
I don't know. Oh, look.
I can't see anybody. Is somebody else here?
Oh, Mrs. Mott's having a video.
Oh, is she streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should go on and check it out real quick.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I go say hi to her?
Ooh, is it alright if I share her?
Yeah, but then I couldn't go on. Let me go on her show real quick and just say hi to her.
Okay.
And then I'll come back. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Is she streaming right now?
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
kind of a surprise
Let's
out
see.
of nowhere. So I don't expect anyone to really show up.
Okay, I'm going to go
and I
show
don't
up.
care
Okay, Gangster.
if they show up or not. I was listening to the Pharisees
I'm going to
and
listen.
heard them
real quick.
talking about me, of course, and lying. Stump literally came to my channel and left a rude comment under my Mark Reed video. And
Logan, I'll be
so
right back.
I commented back on him. Yeah, I'm allowed to do that. It's totally legal. But then Lupin lied to, I don't know why it even matters because no one watches their channel anyway. Because it sucks. Because they are literally trying to take the King James Bible down, which is God's word. It doesn't matter if you believe that. Well, it doesn't matter because they try to take them all down. They literally say they all have mistakes and none of them are perfect. And it's like, okay, well, you're literally taking the Bible down. How can you...
Hi.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah.
I can share now.
Yes, that's pretty good. You can share the missing mod.
Yeah. Sorry about Dustin. He's just insane. 1 minute he was calm and he's saying like he doesn't want to add her to it, and then he just snaps and goes crazy.
That's okay. I don't care for him either now, so
Now,
no problem.
Next time he
Huh?
does it, I will put him time out for you.
No, don't worry about it. I'll keep it. I'm not going to sit and let him get away with anything he wants to say. So, if he does, yeah, we just see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Fudd.
No, it's not your fault at all.
Okay. But how are you been?
Yes, I've been good. Yeah. In fact, Dustin is good because he just shows how what these creators are like, you know.
He's a lovable character, but he goes crazy out of nowhere.
I don't think he's lovable. I think it's the wrong term. But anyway.
Oh, sorry. But he is crazy guy.
Exactly. So why would anybody take any notice of him? You know?
Guess who's here? Hi, Big Bad Mama.
Hi, I'm back.
What did Emma M say?
It doesn't look like she was taking people onto her show. She was doing a video review. So maybe I'll try back in a little bit.
I told her hi.
She was talking about how she wasn't happy. Hi, Claude, by the way.
Hello. Well, is she not happy again?
Yeah, I mean, she had a bad experience, of course, on Proverbs Guy's channel, and Stump won't deal with her anymore, he said.
Well, See Now and Know has given her the flick as well.
Right,
you know?
Right.
That was quite a major one where he just said, no, you're too unstable or something.
Right.
And I replied to that, and I said, well, Mr. God, you know where your friends are. You can always, you know, why do you... Yeah, so you know where your friends are. It's really she has to make a choice.
Well, I mean, now she has no choice, really. I mean, we always accept her back, even when she abuses us. But, you know, that can only go so far, unfortunately. I mean, I can't be, you know, I don't like to be called names and stuff. But I would, you know, I would talk to her right now if she came on here, and I have good feelings toward her. So, anyway, yeah, she's, they're done with her or she's done with them, but I've heard all that before.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I hope she's all right.
She didn't look too happy. And I doubt I could get on there. I mean, I was going in, you know, prepared for the worst. She's on good terms with you, though, Claude, right?
I guess she blocked.
Well, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I think so. It's we haven't had any major arguments or anything, and I've always replied positively to her. But like you can't you know, she has to at some stage say, well, yes, that's fine, and not go so up and down, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to be accepted for who I am. I don't, you know, I'm not going to change for anybody.
She blocked.
I stand pretty, you know, firm with my convictions about certain people in that community. And of course, I'm not against Christianity, and I'm not on other Christian channels. There's only a couple that are built around Kent Hovind that I care about or put energy into, and the rest, you know, people can do what they want.
Miss Ahmad blocked me.
She blocked you, or?
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm blocked on there. I wonder if she responded to my.
I don't see your comment on her.
Oh, my comment's not on there?
Yeah.
I'm going to go look real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry.
Try and make another comment.
I did, and it disappeared. I guess she doesn't like us anymore.
Well, then no point in worrying about it. No. That's too bad.
Cod, you're a lovable character too, just like Big Bad Mama.
Oh, I don't know. I can get a bit grumpy.
Yeah, my comments gone. My comments are gone. Even the one wishing her well.
Big Bad Mama is always stable. Unfortunately, Claude is a bit unstable sometimes. he gets a bit annoyed.
Oh, sorry about
I
that.
can lose it too, Claude. I mean, you just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's hard to imagine.
Logan saw it one time.
I did?
It was backstage, right,
Oh,
Logan?
yeah. Yeah, now I remember.
Don't even mention the person's name, but
No, we don't.
I ripped him a new one.
Oh, Scott Kettle's here.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Soot Kettles.
I mean, because what Aiden called him before, Scott Kettle.
Yeah, I have 3 comments on Missing Mod's chat, and they're all gone.
Yeah, mine too. I guess she doesn't like us anymore.
That's it. She's just got to think about stuff. I mean, she's back and forth. I mean, two nights ago we were all having fun on this channel, and then something happened, and it's Proverbs guy. You know, they're Christians, and they're not getting along with her, and they're not accepting her, and she's taking it out on us because we're still around, you know.
But I accept you for who you are, Big Bad Mama. You're born that way by the Big Bad Mama gene.
Yes, Big
Thank
Bad
you.
Mama, you can be a complete fool, idiot, lunatic, and loser, and we still love you.
Right, which I am. And you guys do accept me, so.
Call ball.
I just saying, I heard you talk about Logan's new computer, and it must be a very powerful one because he's putting out so much stuff and complicated graphics. It must be the most powerful computer. Is it a Father Charles one?
It's a Dell.
Dell makes a good product, yeah. Well, when I came on, there was like these short videos playing one after another, like 2 seconds of one short video, and then it would go into another one, and it was Claude as Santa Claus, and then there would be this other one. But I'd already known that Logan got a new computer at that point, so that's good. You needed to get a new computer. Sorry, Claude.
I do like Logan's 10-minute one where it's Claude, that amazing Frenchman, interviewing Dr. Hovland.
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit occasionally like Aiden, but never. And the conversation flows freely backwards and forwards. Dr. Owen Aiden is never stuck for an answer. It's very good.
Well, Aiden's never stuck for an answer, period.
Brilliant.
I mean, I can't even get my thoughts put together that quickly to form sentences.
Oh
and I think I do decently, but not like Aiden.
No, he's very good.
I think we've done some pretty good shows though recently. Thanks to Gangster Ghost allowing us to
yes,
put our opinions out there. Our response to Steven's show was, I thought, really good.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to allow him on there until you're ready to have people on there. But
well, yeah, Dustin came in he just came in on fire. But I kind of expected that to happen at some point. I was kind of prepared for it, but it did throw me for a little bit.
Yeah, Claude. We think that one. I found the clip of that one lady who went on a Steve show. They thought it was you or this one lady from the South. I forgot.
Ah, yes, yeah.
In Contentia.
Yeah.
Do you know
yes,
her?
I'm glad you got it right because she doesn't like to be called incontinentia.
Yeah.
Incontentia Folix.
Yeah. I put a clip of her on.
No, buttocks. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We forgive you.
She's probably not listening. I think she was the one. I don't know if we'll ever see her again. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we should see her again at some point. She sounded like she wanted a community like Proverbs guy.
Well, she was like, she seemed to be, that hip hop guy seemed to be interested in her, didn't he?
Boy, he's a talker, isn't he?
He can talk, yeah. It doesn't always make sense, but boy,
No,
he can talk.
but I heard a show of theirs. There's Mr. Logo. Hi, Mr. Logo.
Hello.
Sorry
Hello
about
together.
I'm a bit new with my computer. It's a little different on here.
I heard them talking yesterday on Proverbs about Mark Reed's appearance on Missing Mod.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I even emailed Mark Reed with the timestamp, but they were saying his subtitle under his avatar said Bigfoot Jesus, and Stump was just aghast with this was blasphemy and this was this and this. And then Achilles mentioned he was referring to the ST demon by saying, well, they read the Necronomicon, which
Yeah,
which
I
I'm
also
glad he mentioned
caught
it.
that. I caught that as well.
Yeah.
Can
What
you
else
flip-
did they say, Mr. Logo? Do you remember?
I just was listening to a short part of it. Right.
Big Bad Mama, can you flick me that same link?
I
and
will.
the time, because I can't listen to the whole lot. They're gone for about 4 hours, something, don't they? So if you can
Well, let me,
flick that-
since Gangster Ghost can share his screen, do you want to play the little part?
Yeah, that would be great.
I'll send Gangster. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll email you what I sent to Mark Reed here. Just give me I'll be right back. Just
Can you send it by Facebook?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, very fancy, complicated now, eh? Facebook, huh?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Ghost, having a Facebook account, eh?
You should be on there, Claude.
Oh no, I haven't got a face for Facebook. If they had Radio Book, I'd be okay.
What about you, Mr. Logo? Are you on there?
Oh, yes, I am.
As Mr. Logo?
I think I'm. I don't know if I'm there by or if I'm there by. I'm not checking that so often. But
there we go. Gangster.
I'm not so active on there.
What time was it again?
Oh, I included it with the message.
Oh, there's one.
How do you deal with this flood?
I don't remember what time.
7:30 Eastern.
So it is around Stump's time.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Man, what a turd. A turd that won't flush.
Somebody's sharing their screen right now. I don't know if they want.
That's a good line for a short, Logan.
Stump.
Yeah. Now, if I was sharing my screen.
What do you say?
I said turd that won't flush. You could include that in a short with Steven.
Yeah.
And then you could match in that short with Ali G and where he's accusing Hovind of not flushing too.
I'll do that, Claude. That's a
Have you
great
seen
one.
that one?
Yeah, I got the DVD of it.
Because I'm in the video editing.
Stump's gonna show us a video of his wife, and he asked that we excuse the fact that it's stop animation.
Well, she's kind of shy, so she can only talk. I'll call over here in a minute. Give me a minute. I just want to share this. This guy, Mark Reed, came on to somebody's show yesterday. I'm going to show a screen shot. And look at what
they showed.
Huh?
Yesterday?
Yeah, he was on Missing Mod show. But look how he comes on this. To me, this is like complete mockery, and I wouldn't have stood for it. But I'm not knocking him for that. I'm just saying he shouldn't be mocking my Lord like that. I'm gonna show you a screenshot. You see his name there? This would not fly if he came onto my channel. He don't. I know he get away with someone with her, but you can't do that with me. You can't come out mocking my Lord like that. It's not going to happen. You're going to have more respect if you're going to come and speak to me. So this is who Mark Reed is, I believe. But I just wanted to point that out.
Well, they can gather.
What do you say? You say?
Hello.
Want me to keep on going, or do you need me want to say anything?
Is there a
Does anybody want to say anything about that?
He's better. Stump is very thin-skinned because, what did I hear someone the other day? I saw a little cartoon that came around and said that Jesus Christ's name would have been Gary, except for the fact that Mary couldn't find a hotel to stay in. She comes again, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Well, he's really, by ostracizing Mark Reed now, it's like there's no atheists that are going to come on there. And Mark Reed's, popular. So I noticed Stephen wasn't really chiming in there. I don't think he's going to cut off Mark Reed, but Stump seems to think that he's never going to be on the channel again or what have you.
But I think Stump uses nothing than gaslighting, right? He will tell you what you believe, and that's just not an argument at all.
Right.
You want me to keep on playing, or
yeah, play some more?
Yeah.
They can gather there. They can gather there where the one that is pretending to give us lecturing on which Bible to read and that we shouldn't test it with the Greek or the Hebrew because we don't have that right, and telling us all the other things about what true theology is and what a true Christian is. They can go at her channel and enjoy reading the Necronomicon with her because I don't like these people or those who call themselves Christians and allow that to take place on their channel.
Yeah, and the only reason why I give Logan a pass is because...
What say?
That's interesting, isn't it?
I don't like those people.
Yeah.
I would never say that.
He doesn't claim to say that he has a Christian show. So, if you don't claim, if you're claiming to if you have a show that you don't label it as a Christian show, then anything goes. It's whatever. But if you're gonna have a show and you're gonna say it's Christian based and family friendly and everything like that, then you have a standard that you set. And if you can't keep that basic standard, then there's something wrong.
I agree. I agree with that. But when it comes to the specific person, both you and Stump have the right to an opinion, and so do I. And my opinion is that if somebody...
What's in the background?
Isn't Ken Hovind speaking in the background?
No, no one's speaking in the background.
I hear Ken Hovind. Is it just me?
It's affecting your mind. He's living rent free.
You should get yourself checked when you hear him in your mind already.
Is it me?
It must have been, yeah. Living rent free.
I'm hearing him. I need to leave and come back. I'll be right back.
Sorry.
But I can say that, how generous of Achilles to say, you can listen to who you like. I don't need him to tell me that I can listen to who I like. And then he's going on about maybe the next show I do will be called the Claude Bowles Family Friendly Christian Show. That would wind them up, wouldn't it?
Everything all right, Big Bad Mama?
Oh, thank God. I'm not. I thought I was hearing Ken Hovind in my mind.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think the next show we do should be the Claude Bowles Big Bad Mama family friendly Christian show. That will wind them up.
Oh, what would we talk about?
I don't know, but just
the title.
Just calling it a family friendly Christian show, Stump would be going off his mind.
Kaylee's here starts to talk about me. Look.
Yeah, let's go back and hear that. Can you go back a little bit?
Okay.
You don't label it as a Christian show, then anything goes. You know, it's whatever. But if you're gonna have a show and you're gonna say it's Christian based and family friendly and everything like that, then you have a standard that you set. And if you can't keep that basic standard, then there's something wrong.
I agree. I agree with that. But when it comes to the specific person, both you and Stump have the right to an opinion, and so do I. And my opinion is that if somebody has around 200 videos focused on making fun of Steven, Stump, me, Lupin, or anyone in the show, I'm not gonna even deal with them. I mean,
who is that? Who's he talking about?
They were talking about Logan's channel, and they were saying because Logan doesn't claim he has a Christian channel, they give him a pass. And then, of course, Achilles is just shutting himself up in his echo chamber and saying, basically, I'm just going to stay here on this channel, and I'm not going to go to anybody's channel.
Thing is, I don't make fun of Stump or anything. I never make fun of him.
They just, Achilles is just scared at this point to come on another channel because he knows wherever he goes, he's going to be confronted with his flat earther belief.
Yeah, and Lupin, no, but Steven and Achilles, he's just so funny. Every time he talks, makes me laugh. When he says, I don't have imagination like ACZ breathing in monkeys. What do you think of that, Claude?
Yes. Well, I think the thing is with you, Logan, is that you have a fun with all of you. Don't make fun. You have fun and you have fun with all of us. You have fun with me, Big Bad Mama, all these different characters. So you're equal opportunities. You're very fair, and it's fun. And they don't have a sense of humor, though. That's the problem. A total sense of humor failure.
Go ahead.
What I was going to say is Logan laughing right then. I've never heard Achilles even like approach anything like a joy in life like that. And it's just sad. He just sounds so angry and sad. And, I have to feel bad for Achilles if he wasn't such a kind of a stringent person, but he's miserable.
Well, thing is, anytime I had one video show about something come on my show and stuff, because I glad he did, and another one I had put up there for Stump wanted me to, where he's joking around saying, "Did they keep those thingies in the Pope's underwear drawer?" I put that up there because he wanted me to for Stump. He liked it. It was funny. But besides stuff like that, I never make fun of Stump. What do you think?
Well, I don't think Stump is not. Well, doesn't Stump have more to say about you here coming up?
Let's hear some more.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
I'm not banning him just because of you guys. That's all. Just keep it in mind.
No. You know what? I agree with you, but I understand someone claims that he has a little bit of a issue.
Yeah, but the issue.
I don't want to speak badly about anybody who has issues like that, but I believe that other people control him a bit, and they tell him what to say and what to do, and he wants to be fit in as a person that he is. He wants to fit in, And that's the reason why I give him a benefit of the doubt. But I agree with you 100%. A lot of that is like it's overwhelming. It's like it doesn't stop. But I think that's the way he fits in with the crowd.
I haven't seen any videos mocking those that he likes, though. So he's clearly showing who he likes.
I even put in there. What about all my videos about Claude?
Yes, riding a rooster.
Right. I mean, I was just big bad daddy, some naked guy wandering around, but it's great.
And it's called having fun. It's not
called
mocking.
having fun.
It's not
so,
mocking.
Logan, you're not trying to fit in with us. You fit in. You know, you're our friend. You fit in. So, if you ever feel we're trying to control you in any way, I hope you'll tell us that, because.
No.
You know,
you tell us that. I'm going to control. If you feel that we're controlling you, you tell us.
Well, I did not regard that as bitter what they are talking, but I was like, I think it made me sad to hear that Dustin is homeless, right? And he got triggered a little, or like upset a little about that, just because I asked him. I did not ask for details, right?
When was that, Mr. Logo?
Well, that was in, I think I was there, Dustin, Logan. I don't know if you were in there, but I
was
think
that
I was kind
before
of like shocked is the best word for that. I was a little shocked to hear that he's homeless, right, and that he's living in his car.
Oh,
right?
Gosh.
He's back there, living there again. Oh. I thought he got.
I thought he was a roofer.
I thought he
But
got.
he seems to have a job, so then I mean, but he got some kind of upset about it. That so maybe he does not want people to talk about that, and I will not do that.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has some issues going on, and you know, we accept him on the. He was welcome on Logan's show anytime, as we've seen. So,
do you think it's easy to get homeless in USA? Because in Europe we have certain what is the best word, like certain
social
nets,
services,
certain nets that catch you, right?
Yeah,
Because
social
there's
safety
always
net.
like social homes, and there's some office where people can go to, and there's some financial end up in your car or in the street or something, right?
Yeah, and he's up north too. So I mean, to be homeless where I live is one thing, where you can live out in the open all year long, but he's up in the Northwest, you know, and it's cold in the wintertime. So it's probably not easy. You know, I heard he was homeless at one point, but I thought he had a place. But you know, it's tough. Yeah, it's really tough being homeless.
He was at his grandparents for Christmas. So if you have grandparents, you can't really be homeless, I would think. But you never know.
Well, if they told you can't stay for a long period of time and you need to leave or what have you, or
then you have to look at yourself as well, you know. Yeah.
I mean, homelessness, though, is a complex mixture of, you know, there's some people that want to be homeless. There's some people that are mentally ill and are homeless because of that. And then there's some people that are drug or alcohol addicted and they're homeless. And there's a whole combination of people between that. So it's very complicated.
Is there more video to hear? I'm
Let's
quite
hear some more.
enjoying it.
Likes and who he doesn't like. I don't care about your mental stability, but I care about what you are doing against those who are actually trying to get the gospel across. And if you are against them, I'm against you. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna fix this kind of problem.
I agree with you, but we're supposed to be a little humane towards our fellow man. You know what I'm saying? If you think there's something going on.
We've been. We've been.
I've even tried to look. I've even tried to be back nice to be Mrs. Mod, say nice things about her, and still she comes back and attacks us. And then she calls me and Stevens in her one of her comments Pharisees. You know. So,
yes.
I mean, what's going on? I try to be nice to her, say Merry Christmas, and she does this.
You guys are teaching that new Christians have to be baptized and obey God? Yeah. Where do you get this heresy? The Bible? Have you ever read it?
They should obey the devil. I think she wants us to say they should obey whatever the devil wants them to do.
No, I think she really believes that once you do the repeat after me prayer, there's no more obligation whatsoever. And if you try at all to be a better person or more Christ-like, you're doing works. It's so bizarre.
Can you pause
it's
it, Logan,
worse
real
than
quick?
anything I've heard anywhere else.
So this is why Missing Maud is as upset as she is right now, was because of this. And of course it's kind of gone on to us in some ways too. But I think this is it, right, Logan?
I think so.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with you, Logan. It has nothing to do with Claude or I, but she's upset at everything at this point. But it's kind of because they've ostracized her from their Christian community. You can keep playing it unless anybody else has something to say.
Anybody else have something to say? Okay.
Her idea of works.
Yeah, well, when you're stuck in sin yourself, I think that helps when you want everybody else to be stuck with you, in my opinion. But I'm just tired of the back and forth, and no one can't, without being totally against you, they can't just like disagree with you and put the word out that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and that's it. So I'm tired of it. I'm done with that end of it. I don't even want to comment. Don't want to hear what she got to say or anything.
Yeah, I've kind of ended that too. Like she says stuff, and it's like, you're gonna be doing some heavy lifting, holding that grudge against me. It's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're referring to. Zero. I'm like, what? Like, there's this whole made up story that you've made up in your head that you think I'm even aware of, and I don't even know that exists. So it's just like, what are we even talking about here?
Right.
I actually find it a little bit pointless what we're doing tonight. So I don't know.
Right now.
Right now, I mean, at the same time, I got some video editing going on, and instead of talking about people that no matter how many times you're gonna let them know what is true and what is not, and what is false and what it shouldn't do, they don't care.
They don't. Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, there have been. I mean, I can count 50 times that we've said the same things to the same persons, and they keep on doing what they're doing. So I don't see any point any longer. I mean, I would just click ban, and continue on.
Well, there's the only point I see. I agree with you most part. The only point I see is if you're trying to open up your show back to these atheists to come in and debate and all this and that, then you have to discuss what's going on. And like, for instance, I've heard many times, Mark Reed is he's cool. He's never, but then he comes on with a mocking phrase right from the beginning on that show. He couldn't get away with it here, so he does it over there. I don't think he's the guy that everyone believes he is. So, I mean, that's the reason to discuss it, because we're allowing people back on. And actually, that show you guys did last time I thought was really good. So I think it's important to understand where certain people come from when you bring them in. And that one guy, the videos where he was playing, where he had Jesus stabbing people, and he turned them into a penis, and I mean, you have to know who these people are. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen, you got to do some vetting before you let some people on stage.
Well, I don't mean that. I mean just that we have to understand who we're dealing with.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that exactly.
When did that happen, Stump?
That's that Dret DRET something. If you go to his channel, that's what he has on there.
Oh, but he didn't do it while he was on our stream.
He didn't do it on our show?
No. I'm just saying you have to understand.
No.
Oh, what do you guys think? so far.
You want to pause it?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
So the guy that was on with Claude, I don't know what his name was, Drek or something like that. Stump went to his channel and found a video of Jesus doing something. And Claude, do you remember this individual that was on with you?
Dret. I thought he was quite good, Dret. He was quite sensible. I don't know.
Yeah, so this was the first I'd heard about this. It makes me want to go look at the guy's channel, though.
Yeah, I looked. I couldn't find much on there at all. So obviously, Stump is very forensic about this. Or
I don't. Is there much more, Logan? Don't they kind of change the subject at some point?
I think so.
You want to play a little bit more, Steve?
Oh, and the thing is that when somebody pops in, we don't have time to go check all this stuff. We allow him in, and then we can check who they are.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you should check them or not allow them. I'm just saying we should understand who people are, and if they're put on a front, or who if they're really being who they say they are, right? Like they're open-minded. They want to hear about the gospel and determine for themselves. But then you go to the YouTube channel, they got things mocking Jesus on there, like wickedly mocking them. You have to understand who this person is before you put your time and effort into trying to reason with this man. In my opinion, if you guys don't agree, that's up to you.
Let me just say this. First off, welcome hip hop. I'm going to make it short. And then we'll let you talk. But I mean, just an easy way to vet. You could easily just say, "Hey, look, this is a Christian channel. Just while you're backstage, turn on your webcam. Give us a thumbs up. We're going to give you just some things that we allow and don't allow. Thumbs up if you can follow those, and then you can join. If they don't have, I don't trust anybody who just says they don't have a webcam. Every computer has a built-in.
Oh, now they're starting to change the subject up.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much the end of it. But they went on for quite a while.
Yeah, about other stuff. I never made fun of stuff. Oh, go ahead.
No, you don't. It's good. They're just insecure. And Achilles is a very much control freak. So is Stump to some extent. They want to control everybody.
And
they
he
can't
said
handle
something
the least bit of criticism.
He said something that contradicts his Bible, right? He said they are mocking Jesus. Galatians 6 says, God is not mocked. For whatever a man soweth, that shall also he reap. Right? So it says God cannot be mocked. Yet he says Jesus was mocked. So which one is it? Is it the Bible,
Right.
or is it Stump? The Holy
Mr.
Book of
Logo,
Stump.
you need to go
is
on
not.
there and tell him that.
Right?
Do you think they'd let him on?
I
think they
doubt
let him
that.
on.
I seriously doubt that.
But you're Mr. Logo. Everyone likes Mr. Logo.
Logan, do you want to stop the share screen?
Okay.
I think at one point Stump should write his Bible version 3.0, Stump edition or something.
They pretty much just ostracized Missing Mod with that diatribe. And now she's KJV.
And Flat Earth. Yeah.
Right. Well,
So
the
she
Flat
would
Earth's
fit
not a
in.
problem, but the KJV, she's KJV, so she's putting on all these videos about KJV on her channel.
You could make a chart, with the different things, and you find, like, for example, Hovand, not Flat Earth, but 6 Days of Creation. Achilles, Flat Earth, 6 Days of Creation. And what was the other thing that KJV only, Hovand? I think Achilles is wouldn't get a tick for that. I think Stephen definitely is not KJV only. You can do a chart to see whether all the different agreements or disagreements, just for a wasted exercise.
Well, they never want to challenge each other about things they don't agree with. I mean, they'll talk about Bible dogma differences, but they're never going to get into the flat Earth thing. I mean,
yes. I find that very interesting. You know, it. And Yasim, is that right? Yasim, what a funny name.
yeah,
What is that? What is that meant to mean?
Yahweh and awesome.
All right. Okay. Oh, that's not very sort of, yeah. Isn't that
Pretentious.
mocking? Yeah, pretentious at least. Yeah. But of course, she's
There's
an
Aiden.
environmental
Hey everybody.
scientist.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Aiden.
Sorry
Hello.
I thought something Mr. Logo was saying earlier was interesting. He was quoting Galatians 6, and it's actually really interesting when you look into the historical context of the preaching to the Galatians, because the Galatians are actually, if you look into their etymology, a Celtic group of people who had migrated into Asia Minor at a relatively recent point compared to that point in history. So they were a group of people compared to everybody else around them in Asia Minor who were primarily either Greeks, Armenians, Kurdish, other sorts of varieties of Phoenician descendants at that point in time at certain points in Asia Minor. But anyways, the Galatians have that quote, at least from my research into this biblical context, because their pantheon of gods up until this point were a group that were very heavily ridiculed and persecuted by basically every ethnic group, whether it be the Romans or the Greeks or any other subgroup of people who had occupied them before that point. So that quote from what I've read is basically in the context of the apostles reassuring the Galatians that no, he is not an entity that can be mocked or trampled upon or harmed in any way like the ones that you had previously worshipped have been, because he's acknowledging that this is a group of people who have been persecuted themselves for having a difference in their pantheon of gods and the way that they worship them compared to others. So I think that when Stump tries to take this whole mockery thing into account, he just totally throws any sort of context for any of that stuff aside and just reads it for what it is. And there's so many different mistakes that you can make in the Bible when you try to take it into a literalist translation. Like one of the greatest examples that I've found is found in the book of John, where it says, in my Father's house there are many mansions. And a lot of people who read the KJV and are literalists with that will think, oh, well, that's a mansion. That means that there's like a palatial estate that's waiting for us out there in heaven in some place. But when you look into the actual context of what the KJV is trying to say there, it's not trying to say that it's some sort of palatial estate. It's simply trying to say that it's a dwelling place, that there's lots of dwelling room in heaven for you, because mansion at that point in time just simply meant a dwelling place. So I think the context that's found within these things, especially when you're running it through a series of translations in order to get it to an English version, is extremely important to keep in mind when we're having any sort of biblical discussion.
Are you there?
Nobody talk at once. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got my laptop now. I can share stuff. Do you see what I shared a little bit ago?
Yes. Something with missing mod, right?
I didn't see what you shared earlier, actually. Sorry, what was going on earlier? I just, the last thing that I saw was when Mr. Logo was talking about Galatians, and I figured I would jump on just because I thought it was an interesting talking point.
Miss Mod blocked me and Big Bad Mama from her channel.
So I screenshotted Missing Mod's latest show, and can you show the screenshot, Logan?
Yeah.
We were talking about how she got ostracized from the Proverbs Guy's show, and we were showing the clip about when it happened on their show. Stump and Achilles and Lupin. But
Yes. Well, when I see that, I'm always thinking that people in Iran had less problems with Christians than those guys have with each other. Right?
Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
There
I mean,
are-
that's to
there
a
are
certain point.
Coptic-
There's definitely. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
they are
Look at the look
there
at the
are-
look
there
on
are-
their face there.
There are Coptic Christians, right? And Catholics even.
Yeah, there's even actually a slight Nestorian presence in Iran as well, due to Nestorius and other Nestorians migrating over there at an earlier point in history. It's much like the Zoroastrian presence in that it's a very small minority, but it is worthy.
There seem among those guys there seem to be more infighting, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, Nestorianism is a Christological heresy as viewed by the Orthodox and Catholic churches. I see him. I see Supermark.
Do you think these two look alike?
You know, I don't really see the resemblance, to be honest with you. I think Achilles, you know what, for as worried as he was about his face getting screenshotted, like, he's not a bad looking dude. He's really not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see why he was so worried about it. No, I mean, you don't have to be attracted to somebody to just recognize that somebody is not ugly.
I'm just joking with you. Look at Miss Mach. She's angry at you.
It's true. She's castigating me right now.
Only if you're lucky.
I don't know why she's mad
No,
at me when I do the
I'm all right. As Achilles would say, she's not my type.
Is Big Bad Mama here? Big Bad Mama, are you still here?
I think they were still here.
Oh.
They were saying something just like 30 seconds ago. So
Are you here, Big Ben Mom?
they might have left, but I don't know. Even without seeing the clip, I mean, I left a comment on her latest video, and I stand by that in this chat as well. I just hope that she's able to find some sort of peace amongst, like, all these communities aside, just herself, because it's clear to me that she's having a really rough time at this point, and it's easy to just sit here and hem and haw and make fun of that and poke fun at that. But I think at the end of the day, it's just important to acknowledge that, you know, we're all people, and we need to try and extend to her, if not endless forgiveness, at least that empathy to be able to understand that she's not exactly operating from the most I'm really trying to put this in diplomatic terms. She's not operating under the best circumstances right now because of what's been going on with her, is really what I'm trying to say. So you know, I don't think anybody's obligated to forgive her in the way that she's not obligated to forgive anybody else. But at the same time, I am at least personally predisposed to doing that because I think that she's worth. I think that her friendship and the way that she really did seem genuine in her outreach to our community on a numerous amount of occasions, I think that that's not worth just tossing aside over stupid drama that's going to be forgotten about a month or two from now, is really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, she's an angel.
I don't know. It's easy to think in the short term. Sorry, Claude, go ahead.
Oh, that's right. Did you hear Mr. Owen's show the other day where it's a slightly different topic, but someone asked, could prayer cure Tourette's syndrome? And he's immediately recommended the vitamins guy. I don't think he even knew what Tourette's was. It's just bizarre. And then later on that same show, The next question is, have you got the big letters I've sent you to put on the Genesis Baptist Church? He's made some wooden letters. And then he said, oh, he hasn't heard of them. And then someone chimes in from the background. They arrived yesterday, and he goes, why didn't I know? He snapped. Yeah, he's such a tosser. Sorry to get back to Hovind.
Well, that's all you ever do, honestly, Claude. Let's be honest. That's all you ever talk about. So, I mean, I don't really even see the point of addressing what you got to say right now, because I don't actually have a comeback for what you have to say. Like, I don't actually have a substantive way to refute what you're saying right now. So I'm just gonna bring up for the 10,000th time that you're just talking about Ken Hovind, which isn't in of itself like doing the exact same thing by repeating the exact same talking point over and over again. It's different what I do with Claude.
Where would my life be? I don't know.
I don't know. It's true. I mean, the notion that this is the end all be all of everything that you do because this is your YouTube presence is pretty silly, because they themselves are people who have tried to say,
well, what I do here on YouTube isn't representative of everything that I do in my real life.
So, that's an acknowledgement from them that it's not the case for them, but it is for you, Claude. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because you're one of those. You're a liar. You are a mocker. You are a deceiver. And quite frankly, I am not going to sit here and waste my time. So excuse me while I expose it for the next 37 minutes straight about why you are a liar and a mocker. We have moved on from you guys, and we are not talking about you anymore, which is why we are still bogged down in this exact same bullshit all this time later.
Oh, I was just listening. Logan put up 10-minute interview between myself and Dr. Hovind that sounded a little bit about like Aiden. And it was the funniest extract I've ever heard. I thought it was really good how he'd... Yes. So.
I gave that. Sorry, I was muted. I gave that one a watch myself. Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know. You say it sounds like me, but that's listen. I think that Kent Hovind.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, he acted exactly how I would expect Kent Hovind to act under those circumstances.
Brilliant.
So I mean. I'm not necessarily saying it's Kent himself, but I mean, Kent Hovind, why did you go on that show and say those things? That's what I'm really trying to say.
Well, it was good that I could get to ask him some questions, because the first time we met I did, but then I got blocked and banned.
Yeah, well, at least, thankfully, once again, Gangster Ghost is able to come through and provide a open community for people to have honest dialogue at any time. I mean, like, I don't know why. For some reason, that's just not that's a non-starter over on one side of the fence. But on the other side, everyone's welcome over here. It's almost like some people on that side of the fence recognize how good of a situation that is and kind of come over here themselves, like refugees from the wastes. Well, maybe one or two of them. I'm not going to name names, but I mean, maybe it's see how I blow. That's my slightly different version of a certain community member. I'm not saying who. I'm not saying who.
No, I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to know.
It could be Steven. You're right, Logan. I'm not naming who that is. It could be an anagram. If you unscramble, see how I blow, it might actually be an anagram for Stephen Andrew Bolin. You'll have to do that yourself. I mean,
we'll have to see now.
It's ambiguous.
We'll have to see now, and then we'll know.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I don't want to go away either. Funny, I sent an email because he was going on the other day about debating anybody anytime, and I sent an email to his tech department I didn't get a reply. I even agreed to go on Donny Dicky Licker's channel too, to be the moderator, even though he's not fair. Still, he doesn't agree to debate me. I think the topic of tax crimes he's not keen to defend.
For some reason, he just doesn't want to talk about that, and yet he'll talk endlessly about the trial that's coming up right away here, even though legally he's supposed to not do that. I mean, come on, Kent. Statute of limitations on those tax crimes are expired by this point, so why are you not talking about those that won't actually get you in any meaningful legal trouble, but talking about things that objectively are putting you in legal danger right now? That's a good lawyer if I've ever seen one, that's advising Kent Hovind to do those things.
Yes,
Then again, if he has a lawyer that's anybody else than, like, I don't know, some random person that he ended up coming into his compound, then I would imagine that they would have at least told him, maybe you shouldn't be talking about these current issues right now on your show or taking interviews about these current issues, just a couple months before a trial.
I wonder if it's the esteemed legal firm of Byram and Daughter. Oh, no. Sorry, they work closely together, I understand. Very close relationship.
Well, I'll have you know, me, Stephen Andrew Bolin, have actually gone and gotten my law degree from the very same place online that I ended up registering to become a minister. So me, as Kent Hovind's attorney, I only take $85 an hour. It's a very good rate, very, very generous rate, if you ask me personally. But yeah, working 83 hours a week for $87 an hour, I have been plowing away relentlessly, watching videos on my laptop about people criticizing Kent Hovind. And you know what? Even if somebody does play Kent Hovind's legally damning interviews in court, I'm just going to play videos of random atheists on the internet mocking and shaming Kent Hovind. And the judge is going to totally fall for it. They're going to, sorry, I had a bug in my throat there. The judge is going to take my side, realizing the merit of what I am trying to say legally, and will really realize that Kent Hovind is in the right and is just simply a persecuted martyr. Anyways, I've got to go back and studiously keep watching these videos. They're not my old streams. I mean, I can assure you of that, all right? I wouldn't be charging Kent Hovind that kind of money to be doing something like that. I mean, I'm an honest person now. But anyways, have a good rest of your day, everybody. I got to go now.
Aiden, who's this guy he's talking about?
Who's who, sorry?
See now and Meltdown.
Gaden Limpin?
Never heard of him.
Well, I'm not limping yet. I'll tell you what, I'm not limping yet. But I feel like if you put 1/10 of your body weight on me, Lupin, I probably would be limping at that point. I mean, anybody would be. I'm just kidding, Lupin. I mean, come on now. You've said personal stuff before now. It was just a funny jab. You can make a blind joke. I'll tell you what. I'll give you one free blind joke. Take your best shot. I've heard some pretty good ones, so I'm really putting the onus on you to give it a good one, because I've heard a lot of ones just repeated ad nauseum over and over again. So please, I'm genuinely asking you, give me one that knocks my socks off. If you want to play schoolyard, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I'm on top of the hill right now, and I'm telling you to come up here, and you're like, well, I don't want to come up here. I don't want to do that. Well, come on. King of the hill. Let's see who's on top at the end.
Hank Hill?
God dang it, Bobby. I can't believe that you ended up ruining my propane supply.
Well, I don't know what happened, Dad. I don't understand. I left it with a good, honest salesman from Lenox, Alabama. He was a good man, and I left it with him just for the span of a couple minutes. Next thing you know, it's all gone.
Well, did you even get their name, Bobby?
Yeah, I think it was, Livestream. I think it was something like that.
Well, god dang it, Bobby, I don't know why the heck you would leave that sort of thing in the supply of some random person.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had plenty of Playboys in the back of his car that he gave me in exchange for it.
If only you could have been
are
mute
you
instead of
taking
half blind.
Are you taking classes for
See, that's-
acting? You should do that. You really have some talent for about that, right?
I think he's taking something.
Nah, not at the moment. Well, you know what? Maybe I will. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for reminding me, Claude. I'm gonna go and imbibe in some of this weed that See Now and No hates me so much for smoking. If only you could have been mute instead of half blind. You know what? I'll give you this. Okay, you took it in a direction that, while predictable, wasn't the most predictable path that you could have done. So I'll give that one like a solid 4 out of 10. And you know what? You think that that's bad, right? Like, you think that that's bad, but most people are skewed by, like, Roger Ebert-style movie reviews, where he's like, 7 out of 10 is a pretty average movie. No, 7 out of 10 is not fucking average, okay? 5 out of 10 is average, right? That's literally what an average is, for Pete's sake, okay? So 4 out of 10 ain't that bad. So please don't feel insulted by that. It's only slightly below average. I do give you more credit than I was expecting you to.
One question: that Christian Pike show is also like happening here, or is that on Christian Pike's channel?
On here.
Here, and that is today, even or
8:30.
Oh,
Eastern Standard.
Okay, 8:30
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern. Okay.
What do you think that, Big Bad Mama?
Well, howdy there, Big Bad Mama. How are you doing today?
How's everybody doing? I'm going to be watching the Atheist Junior show. I think it's at noon. I helped him put together some geology notes for it, so I'm interested in it. He's going to be taking on Kent Hovind, Whack an Atheist.
Nice. Well, good for you for helping him supply that material then. I'm sure it's going to be plenty good with your help and support, Big Bad Mama.
It takes some work. I got to go through the videos I've probably done it about maybe 5 times for Atheist Junior, but it's always good to hear when he uses some of my material on his show, so should be interesting.
It was better than it should. No, it really should. What time did you say that it was?
I think it's at noon. I think he's 2 hours ahead of me, Central Time. So I think it's at noon, but I might be mistaken. But yeah, we'll see. Hovind did a Whack an Atheist on Simon Dan, if you know who that is, and so. And Simon Dan was reviewing a Matt Powell video about geology. So it's going to be Atheist Junior on Hovind, on Simon Dan, on Matt Powell. There's like 4 layers.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty next level Matrix jacked. Jacking into right there. Like it's a Matrix and Inception just cross franchises right there, and like trying to do an avant-garde art piece at this point. I'd watch it. Watch it.
That same Whack an Atheist, he had he mentioned Missing Mod on here and Crybaby.
Did he mention Missy Mod on there?
Yeah, in the words going under the thing.
Oh, right. Well, he actually challenged me to a debate at the end of the thing.
Well, tell him that you could debate him on here.
I don't think Ken Hovind would debate on here, frankly, but we'll see what 2024 brings.
And Brother Pike could be the moderator.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Brother Pike. Yeah, he'd be a good moderator. Actually, I feel like he would be a very good, fair and balanced source. Oh, what happened? Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
No, for some reason it took me to a different tab here. Thank you, Restream. I appreciate that.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. You know what, Logan? You should be sorry. You really should be. But what were we talking about? That totally made me lose my train of thought. I was
Ken
just on
Hovind
the
debate.
right. Ken Hovind debate. Yeah, I think that any sort of field in opposition against Ken Hovind at this point is beating a dead horse, but it doesn't make it any less entertaining. I mean, I'm the guy that's watched Brett Keane be beaten like a dead horse for half of my lifetime, so I would be a hypocrite if I said that it wasn't a little entertaining for Ken as well. But that's just my personal taste, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call with the debates because it's like, yeah, you're not going to convince Ken Hovind, of course. I mean, he's got his script, but if somebody's watching who's maybe on the fence, will you convince them if you do a good enough debate? It's hard to say. I just the thought of debating Ken Hovind as a scientist just leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth. Yet I like to leave him, science-based comments on his show. So I don't know why that's any better, but I do it anyway.
Well, yes, because when he asked his supporters, how did you find our so-called ministry? They always said, I was watching your videos. So I think those people already lean towards his view in terms of religion, right?
True.
And the only thing he has to do is to get them over to him, as opposed to them going to wherever Ken Ham or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you come in there, and then they have a target like, the evil atheist, and then they will only hear God, 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 and that's the problem, right?
But I like to be the evil atheist. I like to play that role.
Yeah, but then you act as a commercial, right, for them.
I
For
don't
him,
see it
in
that way
principle.
because I'm the only one that's submitting actually scientific questions on his show that are science-based. So I'm looking at it that way from that perspective.
I agree. Not in a text, because text has so little, right? But in the videos, I would say that has more often when you are actually on there in a deep so-called debate.
I agree
which
with
is
you
not
there.
a debate, right? Because
Yeah.
debate is politics. I mean, in science we are like, but you know that yourself, right? That we have our own measurements and we are presenting that, and then question can be asked. But there's no such as like a debate like back and forth. You are wrong, and you are wrong, or something. And even it went further. Like flat earthers were then going up against each other, right? And in that part of the internet. Right,
You're exactly right.
They went like, you piece
But
of shit, and so on, and that's not how scientific discussions are being done.
Right.
So,
A debate.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Logo. I'll let you finish.
The only thing what you act as is a billboard for Kent, and I think we should not do that.
Yeah, and I think with debates, you're saying our sides are on an even playing field in terms of validity and rationality, and it's not like that at all. Of course, in the scientific community, flat Earth and creationism are a joke, almost something to be mocked at this point. So, by actually getting in a debate scenario, you're basically admitting that you have a valid point by your creationism and your flat Earth stance, and I'm going to present the other side. Well, there is no other side. There's only really a scientific side.
Do you mind if I add something here,
No.
or do you want to say something, Mr. Logo?
Yes, okay, of course, yes.
Okay. I think the points you make, Mr. Logo, are definitely an important thing to factor in for any sort of discussion, let alone debate. But I think that the scientific validity of that debate is definitely, while a concern of the side of the person advocating for science, it's not taken with as vigorous approach as any sort of scientific endeavor. I think that's a kind of a given in any sort of debate. I was trying to use the term infotainment, and I think that the difference between the infotainment that's found in a debate and the infotainment that's found in the news or in print or in any other form of conventional media is that if you're on one of those sides of the debate and you're participating in it, you actually have an active role at that point in informing not the person that you're debating with necessarily, but with the other people that are watching, for the sake of it being a more digestible form of understanding this sort of information and trying to at least get your foot in the door as far as trying to understand even the rudimentary concepts that are being discussed. I think that while the debate doesn't serve a scientific role, and I think that's kind of shows in the fact that there's not a lot of major scientists besides ones that have already worked in entertainment that go into a debate setting. I think that the debate serves an important role regardless in trying to inform the layman, and I think that's the reason why you often find that debates are done themselves by lay people.
But in
so
that case,
I think that I was just going to finish. Sorry. I think while the debate is not as important and shouldn't be lauded as much as scientific research, I think it does regardless have a role to play in propagating talking points that at least get people interested in the prospects that are being discussed.
I think this would be a good topic for a show, actually, because creationists look at debates kind of like what you were saying, Aiden. They almost place the same importance. They place more importance on a debate than they do on scientific literature, which they completely ignore, by the way. They go based on their own creation science interpretations of the real scientific literature. But they use YouTube videos and debates as their creation science basis. And I think it would be a good discussion to talk about the merits of debating, period, because all I see now is a lot of flat earth debates, which they get tremendous amounts of views for someone like modern day debate. But on a topic that at this point, it's completely settled, flat earthers are so marginalized at this point that is it really worth putting them on a forum like that?
Aiden, is this true?
Is what true?
What Lupin said?
Yeah, it was better than Dune. I'll tell you what, Lupin, your arguments hold up even worse than a sand dune does in wind. Like, a sand dune has more integrity under a stiff wind than your argument does under scrutiny. So I don't think that you might want to throw glass and stone houses in the situation. There's a Keenism for you.
And I think I mentioned that already like a few shows ago, right? That I think Kant is not even talking to us. So then that makes any debate mute, because what he's doing at the beginning, sometimes you can see that even in the middle of the video of these debates, he takes a SpongeBob figure and knocks on it, right?
Yeah.
And or he says he does some funny things like putting two pacifiers in his mouth, saying nom, 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 nom. And I think what he's talking to is he's addressing children in that case, right? He's targeting children. And he even mentioned that a 12-year-old or a 10-year-old cannot follow such a thing. They cannot follow definitions of what evolution is or whatever.
Right.
But they memorize certain things, right? And that will stick. So in principle, he's just using you as an opponent debater as a kind of sparrings partner, right? And the whole thing ends up as a billboard. And I
And a
suggest
lot
that
of
you
it's, yeah,
don't
a lot
get
of it's for his own
abused by
audience.
that. And yeah, he's not talking neither to you nor to a scientific audience, but he's essentially addressing children. And he mentioned that. He even said it, that a child cannot will just turn off and do something else. Right, when it comes to scientific stuff, that's
Right.
why he's inserting something like knocking on SpongeBob or saying we are radical right-wing chicken eating whatever Baptist church, come on down or something. In that case, he's, I think, talking to all those moms from Alabama, right, and hoping for them to send their kids to watch to buy his videos and stuff like that, right? So it's a
Yeah.
sales show. It's not. It has nothing to do with the debate. Then why would you want to debate? There's no point in that. And saying exposing, no. For these people, you are not exposing anything. They have their hero already, which is Kent on the level of Moses, right? And when they and that's already a settled thing, right? And then he just has to get them over to buy his stuff. And then he says, buy it, for that, for $50 or for this bucks, right? So you end up unwillingly as a billboard for doubtful reasons.
Yeah,
Right?
his first.
I don't think.
His first. Let me say something here.
No, go ahead, Big Bad Mama. I'm sorry.
His first aim is to keep the people on his compound as prisoner. And so his act is aimed mainly at the people that are with him in the Genesis Baptist Church. Secondarily, his main group is his cult members that are outside of his compound and appealing to them. And I'm saying it's not only children that he's appealing to, because these adults are the ones that are laughing at his infantile jokes. I mean, they're the ones that think, the pacifier is hilarious every time he does it, and he tells the same jokes, and every time he gets, forced laughs from people. But I think it's really the people that he already has on the donation list that are the people that he's going after. And I don't think he's getting not many new converts at this point. So he's kind of just really putting out propaganda for those people. Sorry, Aiden, I'll let you go now.
Are you there,
Aiden, are you there?
He lost his mind.
Hello.
I agree with you, Mr. Logo, though.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I make people forcefully, awkwardly laugh on this show all the time, but at least I don't charge people for donations or ask for donations all the time. All right, come on, Ken. It's all about how you do it. Not yet. Well, listen, Big Bad Mama. All right, I'm trying to get you on the ground floor of my grid, and the fact that you're is really not helping me right now. Okay, so. Anyways, back to the main topic.
You can block me.
Yeah, that's true. I could block you. I could. I mean, I don't have any reason to, so it would be within character. But that being said, I think that when it comes to these sorts of debates, Kent is, while it's certainly not the biggest factor towards Kent's diminishment, I do think that these debates where Kent gets absolutely trounced and his feet are genuinely held to the fire in a way that he is able to come back upon, I do think that that is a factor in why his support is waning and why people are having doubts in his ministry. And I don't think that they should have doubts in the Bible. That's one of the big things that they try to equate it with is that, well, you should doubt Kent Hovind because he's a bad person. Therefore, they're trying to say you should doubt the Bible. No. If you want to have that opinion to yourself, that's perfectly fine, but you need to recognize this person for who they are. And you need to recognize that this person is not adhering to the standards that your book sets out for somebody who's a leader within your community. So that aside, in the debate scene, when people hold his feet to the fire on the topics that he brings up scientifically, that is one avenue of many that people come to find those things that I was talking about earlier. And I think that's a valuable source for people becoming more aware of Kent Hovind's just bunk science, and from that bunk science comes a realization of his bunkness as a person. Because if someone is being so confident in sowing facts that are so obviously false, then what other extrapolation can you really make at one point or another? It's not necessarily something that happens overnight with people, because that's just not how people work. But when I talk about sowing these sorts of seeds, I'm not trying to say that you have to be convinced of this. I'm saying just get the other side of what's going on here, whether it be about evolution, whether it would be about what's going on with Ken. And that's the best way that you can be equipped to understand what's going on. Does it give him a little bit of attention? Yeah, but I don't think too many people outside of the community he already has are really watching what's going on with him right now. And I think his diminishing influence kind of shows that. I don't think these debates that he's doing are really doing Kent any favors at this point in time.
Here's the Atheist Junior stream that's coming up.
Oh, nice. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Kent Hovind versus Simon Dan, Whackin' Atheist, 2024 New Year's stream. Awesome.
Coming up in a half hour.
Sweet. Sweet. Well, I'll probably go in and take a listen to that. But yeah, that being said, I'm sorry for once again for the upteenth time dominating the conversation. I'm going to leave and let someone else talk on this stream for once. Everyone take care.
Oh, you don't have to leave, little guy.
Take care.
Hey, little guy. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate that. No, it's not that I don't have to leave. It's just I'm getting pretty hungry. And I
We
want
love
to go
being
eat some lunch.
dominated. We love being dominated.
Well, maybe speak for yourself, Claude. Speak for yourself.
Oh, guess who's here?
Oh no, who's here? Oh. Well, you know, I go and have some food, but now I feel all of a sudden like I want to stick around for a little bit longer for some reason. I don't know, some inexplicable reason.
Now you can see now and know.
Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will see. Yeah, turn that mic up. Turn that mic up. You're a little bit quiet.
You want to know something that's funny? You know, being that you guys are the atheists and everything, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I would expect y'all's humor to be a little bit more on the funnier side, but it's kind of like it's just kind of become the opposite. It's like you guys are so like easy to offend. Well, you guys take real offense to almost anything. But it's
Oh, look who's talking. What about the show where you and Achilles and Stump were going off on Missing Maud and saying she's a heretic and all this stuff? And you think Achilles is funny? I mean, he's got this deadpan voice and he's got no humor whatsoever in his life, no joy. And I don't see much joy out of you either, Lupin.
there's he's got some dry humor. Here, I'll play you a video.
Very dry.
Yeah. I mean, hey, everybody's different. I know whenever we're together and everything like that, maybe there's some things that you guys haven't heard that are behind the scenes, but you guys would get too offended. You guys get so offended over everything.
You weren't offended by Missing Maud and you like basically cut her off? Give me a break. You guys are the most sensitive children I've ever seen.
He got offended. This is the guy that got offended by Gangster Ghost pasting people's faces on other people and calling it attacks. And here he is all of a sudden going, well, you're just a bunch of snowflakes. You're just a bunch of snowflakes. By the way, watch how we've been brutally attacked by simple parody being made about us. Okay, Lupin.
I never
Rules for me and not for thee. Yes. All right.
Lupin, your statements hold no weight whatsoever. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're projecting something onto us that's in your own group.
Watch, let me see. Hold on. Let's see.
Lupin is very quiet.
No, here. Can I share my screen?
Can you put your volume up?
I already did. Gangster might have to do it.
I put.
Oh, you're gonna play Andrew Tate video? This is ridiculous. You're echoing.
They don't even
turn
enough to look at the big.
Why are you so offended already? You're so offended.
You're echoing.
Oh,
You're making us echo.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me put myself on mute.
Fuck stupid. You don't need God. They don't even smart enough to look at the big picture and realize without God, there's nothing. Yeah. You have nothing but anarchy and chaos. And I tell you, when 10 armed men turn up at your house and start your wife and putting a gun to your head,
Logan. Turn this off.
Mr. Atheist, Mr. fucking tough guy. And it could have been prevented in the first place if society was preserved, if there weren't dickhead atheists like you talking
Logan, you should turn this off. Lupin, how dare you come onto this channel with that crap? Get out of here.
Okay, Mr. Atheist.
Nobody comes on your, I've never come on and sworn on your channel or brought that filth. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. And that says a lot about you.
Disgusting double standards. Disgusting.
Yeah, you are. You're a disgusting person to bring that onto Logan's show. And your incel hero,
Logan,
Andrew Tate.
Logan,
filthy language.
Logan, what do you think about Andrew Tate? Do you have any opinion on him? Apparently, these guys have a very low opinion on him. But what about you?
Well, he's swearing. I mean, why would we want somebody on this show that's just spewing filth?
Aiden was dropping F-bombs the other day like crazy. So
hold on.
Don't give
Excuse
me.
me.
This depressing thing.
Well, no, I can actually talk about Andrew Tate on a completely different level.
This isn't a Christian channel, so
have you ever heard Andrew Tate talk about what he does with women? You know, how he takes impoverished, vulnerable. No. Let me finish. How he takes impoverished, vulnerable women and promises them that he will treat them well and that he's going to treat them properly and that he's going to give them the good life. And then he ends up flying them over to Romania, where there's no jurisdiction for them in that country, basically, whatsoever, to be able to go back, besides them having their passports. But oh, whoopsie daisy, he has control over all of that because they're totally financially dependent on him once they get there. And then he ends up making them become cam girls on campsites. He makes them become cam girls on campsites, and he makes sure that they get nice and drunk, too, because drunk girls, as he says himself, you can look into this, drunk girls actually make for way more entertaining cam girls. This wasn't all that long ago, Lupin, so no, go ahead. Go ahead and tell us the virtues of Andrew Tate. You know nothing numpty. Oh my gosh, dude. That was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen you play on this show. Oh my goodness.
And did you ask Gangster Ghost permission before you put that on, that you were going to put that on?
No, he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care.
Hey, look, whose channel is this? Whose channel is this?
Oh, all of a sudden that matters now? Oh, no, now you're a paragon of virtue for Logan's channel. Oh, okay, go ahead. The guy that just disregarded that. Oh my gosh, you can't help but speak out of both sides of your mouth. Oh my gosh. Can you just for once make an honest, integral statement that does not fall apart for longer than 5 seconds?
May I speak to Logan? Logan.
What?
Do you have any issue with me playing that video?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even have issue with the fact that it was swear. I differ from Big Bad Mama on this, and I'm not saying that they're not right to have their own opinions about this. It's fine. But I don't even disagree on the notion. No, I actually don't even disagree on the notion that he was swearing, because Lupin's actually right. I have sworn on this show, and I'll take full responsibility for that. I'm not going to hide from that. So I don't even take issue with the fact that he was swearing whatsoever. I take issue with the fact that you're trying to prop this sex trafficker up as this sort of lauded wisdom that he's spouting from his mouth, whereas really, this is a profoundly insecure man. This is a profoundly insecure man.
Okay, so I'm going to just get talked over now.
Who had daddy
It
issues.
was allegedly, and the Romanian government isn't very known for
Allegedly.
being the most fair.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the things that he talked about when he was talking about how he brings girls over to make sure that they're able to work cams for him, the fact that they provably have shown that he uses cam. Oh, he regrets it. Whatever. Yeah, okay. That just makes it all go away, right? That just makes it all vanish into the ether.
My issue was not with the swearing. It's the fact that he didn't ask Gangster Ghost permission to play that video and of its content before he played it. And he just came in here and you're a totally self-centered. You're a total self-centered person, Lupin. That's why you're lonely and unhappy.
Gangster,
You're unlonely. You're lonely and unhappy.
The fact, Lupin, that you're trying to ask him if he was all right with it after the fact just goes to show how little actual regard you have for how he feels. You asking him after the fact means nothing whatsoever. How did you feel about that after I already did it? Wow, what a meaningful statement. You really walked that one back well, Lupin.
Exactly.
Can I share a joke from a different comedian?
Yeah, no, actually, hold on. Okay, actually, let Mr. Logo speak.
I would like Logan to answer the question. May I play just a clip from a different comedian? Just a joke, just for some fun.
I've heard of that guy, but I never knew he did that to women.
He did, Logan.
He had some cam girls, sure.
Yeah, that he actually admitted that he exploited.
Why don't you
but
go
whatever.
and play that in front of Stump? Why don't you go and play that on your channel in front of Stump and Achilles? Go on.
Because he's scared of them.
Boo-boo.
He's scared
No,
of
he'll never show this on that
of
channel.
Achilles.
I've showed him that video. What are you talking about? I've showed him that.
Yeah,
video.
on the channel, right? On the channel.
No, I don't play it on the channel.
Right. Why don't you? Wait. Why don't you though? Why don't you play that on there?
Because that's a Christian channel. It's a little too controversial.
Oh, Logan's not a Christian though, right? Logan's not a Christian.
You're a hypocrite.
Is this a Christian channel? Is this a Christian channel, Logan?
Logan's a Christian.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Logan,
you can call yourself a Christian channel.
Excuse me. I'm speaking to Logan. Logan, is this a Christian channel?
Stupid dick. Lupin is not just a big dick. He's a small dick at that.
Goodness
I'm
gracious!
glad you guys got stuck in because
you think about that a lot, don't you?
Actually, Stump is the one that's always bringing up homosexual relationships and Valentine. I want a Valentine from a man, but when I give it over to Achilles and lump him
see, you guys can't even take a joke here. Can I play?
I'm making a joke right now towards you, and you're not taking it very well. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I missed a joke. Logan, can I?
Oh, you just missed it for the upteenth time. Gotcha.
Logan,
You're the
just a simple misunderstanding.
Logan, can I play this video? It's funny.
If the friends are okay with it. Oh, what do you think, Big Memo?
Well, I mean, is it in good taste, Lupin?
It's a comedian.
That doesn't matter.
Can we?
Which
joke?
comedian? Hold on. Which comedian? Hold on. I want to know this. Which comedian?
Pete Holmes.
Is it about sex trafficking like your other hero that you just played? You dirty man.
Dirty
disgusting
boy.
man.
Dirty man, you.
You're not even a man, actually. You're a creature.
No, he's not a man, Claude.
A man who maybe
Who
or maybe
traffics.
not took advantage of some women. Who,
Look how he takes advantage of the freedom to be able to come on here and speak
He can't
these
do
things.
it on
And
he
yet,
can't do it on Proverbs Lies channel. He can't. He wouldn't.
No,
get
of
past
course.
it.
Of course.
because
What
that's a Christian channel. I don't cuss on that channel.
right.
I would like to know. I would like to know. I would like to know. Has Tate demonstrated what he claims there, or did you just swallow what he said?
I don't know. You guys immediately started going off the walls. It's kind of funny because you're just proving my point. Let me just
Yes,
play.
has he demonstrated?
No, it's not funny. It's
has he? Is it a yes?
insensitive of you to show that video
Lupin,
without
is it a,
asking permission
Lupin,
first.
Lupin, is it a yes or a no? Has he
what?
demonstrated what he claims, or has he not demonstrated what he claims?
What did he claim on what video?
What you played?
Okay,
Is it a yes or a no?
Tell me.
I mean, you played it.
You tell me what he
No,
said.
you tell me.
I'll have to.
Oh my gosh. Lupin Esquire has come back out. He's here, folks.
See, you guys just proved my point.
Or
guys
you
have
did
no
not
spine.
understand the video, right? You played it, but you didn't understand the video.
I understand
Is that
but Big Mama?
so? Then it's a yes
Big
or a
Mama
no.
started
It's a no,
peeing her
right?
peeing his pants, saying
He hasn't
"Oh, I can't take
demonstrated
it."
what he claims, right?
What demonstration are you talking about, Mr. Logo?
Well, I'm addressing your video. You played it, so I'm addressing that.
I played it, and they started crying halfway through. You couldn't even hear the video because they were crying so loud.
No, they said that it was echoing. They said that it was echoing. We were literally just talking about it echoing, and you immediately.
Look, watch.
Hold on. Actually, wait. Let's go back. Hold on. I'll share the screen. And we will go back in the stream because I'll bet you $1 right now, Lupin, that if we go back, all that Big Bad Mama was saying at the beginning when they played that video was that it was echoing, and you're the one that flew off the wall. But they're already getting offended. Oh my goodness, they're getting offended. Oh my god, look at them, they're all going off the wall. Whoa, you're the one that started going off. But whatever, that doesn't matter. Let's just shift the narrative over a little bit. Make it all about these lips getting offended.
Logan, can we see if these guys have any humor? Can we play this clip real quick? It's about one.
Yeah, let's not go back and watch what you actually did.
You could first answer yes or no.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm not going to answer your question because your question.
Okay.
So, Logan, can we play this?
You know what?
Aiden, you know the acronym QED?
I don't actually. I'm sorry, I'm not
Quod
familiar.
erat demonstrandum. That's proved. You just proved as a.
Okay. Can you guys take a joke or not? Can I play this? And so we could just maybe have.
Oh, so we need to adhere. Hold on, we need to adhere to your standards.
We
of
love
what's going on.
jokes. We love jokes. So
Then let's play
give
this
us
video.
that.
Let's play the video. Just share the screen.
If you like humor, then you're gonna do what I want you to do. This is such naked manipulation.
Oh my gosh! I'm just trying to share a joke
on your channel. If you would play it on your channel, fine.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you
Well,
wouldn't-
if you guys want to be so,
You can play it on your channel. You can play it on your channel.
I wanted to share a joke with you guys.
Yeah, but you can play it on your channel.
We're not dirty and disgusting like you Christians.
Oh, please, dude. You try and hump everything that moves. Please, you pant over missing
What a
mud like
Christ-like response to that. What a Christ-like response.
You're promoting a sex trafficker, Lupin. Bottom
constantly
line.
make sexual advances
Yeah.
to every female that you come in contact
just a
with.
You're a
You little horny little.
What was he saying before about playground tactics? I remember him saying something earlier about playground tactics. I think it kind of ended up going there again. I don't know who did that. Oh no, he's leaving. Oh no, we're all so upset.
You guys.
Oh no!
Don't leave, please don't leave.
Can you take my joke for a second?
Oh, he laughed. He laughed.
Anything but that. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. You did nothing wrong, Logan.
If you are still listening, Lupin, I have a joke here for you in return. When you make joke, I can make one, right? See my avatar. It's Eve after the garden. She's having a reflection on herself, and she says, "The trouble didn't start after I ate the apple. It was after I ate the mushroom. That's when the snake started talking."
That's actually not bad.
Like mine?
Good one. That's a good one. Lupin, Logan.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry that I yelled at Lupin, but he was truly playing something that was offensive. And I'm looking out for your channel to make sure that your channel doesn't get in trouble.
Okay.
And you know, we'll give you some more information about who Andrew Tate actually is, and you would be disgusted by who that guy is.
Yeah, I think we
for
could.
Lupin
I think
to
I'll.
come on, for Lupin to come on to your channel without asking anybody and just play that is absolutely disgusting. And I would think about not letting him on in the future. But that's up to you. You have a relationship with him, but anyway.
I need to. I heard of him on Facebook. I've seen videos, but that's all I knew about him.
Aiden told the truth about him.
Wow, that's horrible. I never knew that.
I don't think I'm not going to lean for or against you banning Lupin. I honestly think, if anything, he just doubles down time and time again and making a bigger and bigger ass of himself on every single stream that he comes on. You know what? Actually, no, that's not quite true, because he made a slight exception yesterday. I think yesterday was one of the very few times, at least, I was able to come in and have a somewhat civil conversation with Lupin, and I thought maybe that might continue. But the second I saw Andrew Tate pop up, I don't know why it disconnected me not too long after that, and I had to rejoin from backstage. But I actually laughed, not because I thought that it was funny what he was saying, but because I was just so baffled by the fact that he could yet again undermine my expectations of him by playing somebody like Andrew Tate and expecting us to take him the least bit seriously. Because, I mean, like, come on, man. You're trying to act like we're offended when you do anything possible, when you come on and try to find the most provocative thing that you possibly can and play it on the show, and then admit that you're not going to play it on your show because, well, my show and, you know, Proverbs guy's show, it's a good Christian show. Well, if you're not going to hold those sort of standards for your show, then why are you going to go and shit in somebody else's backyard, Lupin? That's what you're doing. You're just taking your garbage and dumping it onto someone else's yard. And then when someone comes out and says, hey, why are you dumping the garbage here? They go, well, our yard's a good, clean yard, whereas this one's already filthy and tainted. Well, how's it filthy and tainted? Well, we said it was filthy and tainted, so, we can just do whatever we want here. What a good standard. What a good standard, Lupin. You really hold yourself to a good Christ-like standard when you conduct yourself. And you know what he's going to do? So predictable. He's just going to go, oh, well, he's just getting triggered and offended right now, totally missing what I'm actually saying about him, because that's the kind of base person that he is. He can't actually comprehend any further ideas than just, oh, he's upset. He's upset. I sure didn't trigger him. Never mind what he's actually saying. Go ahead, Big Bad Mama.
Well, to have somebody on that's just immediately dropping F-bombs is such a disrespect to Gangster Ghost. And, Aiden, it's not good when you drop F-bombs on here. I hate to say it, but this is Logan's channel, and I've never heard Logan swear once in my life. And I've never sworn on his channel at all. And, I don't want to play holier than thou or whatever, but for Lupin to come in and play a video where the guy is just immediately, his language is like that, and it's Andrew Tate, most importantly, who's just a scumbag, it's just unacceptable.
I think I might, with your permission, Logan, and I actually, before I get into that, I'll acknowledge what Big Bad Mama said, Logan, if you don't want me to use that kind of language at all on your channel, I will stop using it, and I will acknowledge, unlike Lupin, that I should have asked your permission before I started doing that, and that was wrong of me to do, because I can actually take responsibility for my wrongdoings. And now that Big Bad Mama's pointed that out to me in the way that they do, yeah, I should have asked you for permission, Logan, and that was wrong of me, but last I checked, I'm pretty sure the person that just ended up leaving, like they did for the upteenth time after they think that they've done something right, quote unquote, I don't think that he's going to take responsibility for anything. Even though the whole message of his faith is all about taking responsibility for the bad things that you do in this world and trying to make reconciliation with these people. Well, what reconciliation?
Aiden, you cut out. Let me say something real quick, though. Aiden, you have a longtime friendship with Logan, so I'm not saying that you need to curb your language at all. It's just that, I just use that as an example, but you and Logan are longtime friends. Lupin, I don't know what his relationship is with anybody here, but
yes. Well, the other thing is he's just hypocritical. He claims to be a Christian, and that he would play and entertain that sort of thing. Talk about getting he could get an STD from listening to that guy, and he's prepared to play it on this channel. It's just disgusting, and he would not play it on the Proverbs Guy channel. I hope they're watching and see what kind of this see now and below is, what kind of guy, and there's just no excuse for it. The guy he must be on their channel pretending to be a Christian, and then his true colors come out on another channel where he thinks they're not going to see him. Well, I think we've got to try and make sure they do see what he's like. Terrible. And I'm actually glad you stood up to him. I thought it was really good, because often I think we pussyfoot around people like this. They're just losers. He is a complete loser and moron and a tosser. I'm not using words that I've never heard from Dr. Hovind. So I'm not being too mean, because Dr. Hovind uses these words all the time. That's my standard. So, yeah, and occasionally some of us have said the F word too, but not like that. That was just a complete tirade of just, and it was designed to get it onto the channel of a nice guy. And this business about a Christian channel or not, how can a channel be Christian or a business be Christian? It's the people that are Christian or not. It is, and in this case, Gangster Ghost is a Christian. So why, this Christian channel, but there's a red herring, and as far as I know, a channel cannot give its life to the Lord and follow.
Yeah, there's no code in the channel that suddenly flips from a 0 to a 1 when it accepts Christ as its virtual savior. That's not how it works. But these people are so disconnected from reality that they can't even grasp a concept as basic as that. And I'm sorry, but that's what we're dealing with at this point. We're dealing with people that are so fundamentally disconnected from reality that when you ask them, is Logan a Christian, after they say, well, my channel is Christian, therefore I'm not going to have this video on it, he goes, well, the channel isn't Christian. What are you talking about? There's no channel baptismal, Lupin. All right? So when you go back and you watch this and you toot your own horn like you do every single time that you come on these shows to feel better about yourself because you think you're going to get one over on people, like a real friend does, by the way, you're going to realize that we're not actually upset for the sake of being upset, which is what being offended in the way that you're talking about is. It's just getting really upset just because of it, just for the sake of it. No. We have substantive reasons for why what you did there was extremely disgusting and filthy. And it doesn't have anything to do with, oh, well, he called out atheists. Andrew Tate is somebody I've heard plenty of arguments from. And you know what the kind of guy Andrew Tate is, even beyond all of the sex trafficking stuff? He's the kind of guy that if you listen to 15 minutes of him, you've heard everything that he ever has to say about anything. He's nobody that has any kind of deeper insight into anything. He's somebody that's heard 1,000 different anecdotes from people and just found a way to parrot it in just such a way to appeal to people that really are primarily adolescent boys. Like, if you actually look at the majority of his audience and the people that are paying for his services, like Hustler University, these are people that are like young teenage boys, and they're like 12 to 15 years old that are signing up for these Hustler University. And if you actually look into what Hustler University is, I'm not actually sure if it's still up. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. It was a Discord server on the internet where a whole bunch of people basically paid money to get taught, not by Andrew Tate, but by some random nobody, about how to be a top G and how to be a hustler and all this just nonsense. That's all that it is. That's all that he is just, he's naked. I can't find a better word for it, and I know it's really overplayed in media, but this naked toxic masculinity, because there's good masculinity to
Aiden, you cut out. Are you there?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Gangster,
I
I'm
was
going to
just-
move over and watch Atheist Junior show. So everybody, thanks. It's been fun, and everybody stood up to Lupin, which I thought was good. So anyway, I'll see you guys all later.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a
See
good
you.
one, Big Bad Mama. Have a good one.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye. Sorry about that.
No. You don't have to apologize for anything, Logan. You didn't do anything wrong. I was gonna say something to Big Bad Mama, and I'm sure I can bring it up another time, but I don't think.
We've now seen the real Lupin. We've now seen the real guy. How dare they talk about atheists having no morals? He's just an immoral piece of crap. Sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry about that. He is immoral. He's no.
Just imagine for a moment if I went and played that exact same clip. If I was the one that went and played that on Steven's show, then it wouldn't be all of a sudden it was just a funny joke. Haha, we're just messing around. All of a sudden it becomes, well, look at this person trying to say all these filthy things on our channel and get us flagged down for this. I'm sure Andrew Tate's past would have been brought up plenty quick if I was the one that was bringing it onto their show. But they're just such naked hypocrites that even when it's brought to them before their very eyes, they can't even acknowledge their hypocrisy. I can't believe it. It really is. You're right. You're right, though, Claude. This is the real. This is the real.
This is the face of Proverbs guy's version of Christianity. I would love for them to see this and defend it. They would, of course, defend. They'd find some excuse, but it's just disgraceful. Look, it's been a good show. I've loved this, and I've loved the fact that we actually stood up to some of this stuff instead of just letting it go, letting it ride. It's disgraceful behavior, and I think we've shown a very good stance.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I heard of him on Facebook, like people put videos up on him, but I never knew that about him. It's just some guy.
Well, you can read. I've just done a bit of a Google, and he's a terrible
I'm
person,
sorry.
trafficking women. Yeah, but never mind. I think that's shown the true Lupin, and it's great. Great that the people know the truth. I'm going to say goodbye.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to leave off for sure. Good job, Claude.
Well done. Well done, everybody, and well done,
Mr. Gangster Ghost, for sure, yes.
Aiden, Brother Pike has a question for you in the chat.
I don't think that's a question, but yeah, Claude and Big Bad Mama were very good in trying to refute the substance of what was being said there. And I think anybody that goes back and watches this will realize that was what we were getting upset about, was the implication of somebody that calls themselves a righteous Christian coming on here with the blithe intention of just trying to have fun. And then playing some sort of garbage like that.
Okay, I'm also leaving. Yeah, see you later, guys. But thank you for the show. Thank you, Gangster Ghost. Thank you, Aiden.
Goodbye, Mr. Logo. Take
Bye.
care. It was good seeing you.
See him.
We have someone else here.
Are you there, see him?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Brother Pike.
Well, I heard Aiden mention something about
How are
righteousness.
Did you, well, yeah. Did you see that disgraceful display that just took place there?
No, I just have tuned in like 4 minutes ago.
Nah, you'll have to go back then and watch. He basically, Lupin came on with the auspices of basically admitting that he was trying to offend and trigger people. And then he played an Andrew Tate clip where he says the F-bomb every 3 seconds and tries to... Yeah, he unironically came on to play an Andrew Tate clip.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it was. You should go back and watch. It was real wholesome. The clip that he decided to come on and play, and then when we asked him, would you play that on Proverbs Guy's channel? He was like, no, I wouldn't play that on there. That's a Christian channel. And we were like, well, is Logan
supposed to be a Christian?
Well, apparently, I don't know if he's as much of a Christian as he claims to be, but
when we asked him, we were like, "Is Logan a Christian?" He said, "Well, yeah, Logan's a Christian, but his channel isn't." It's like, oh, I didn't realize there was a channel baptismal.
Here's the thing. The Bible says to be holy in all manner of conversation. So if Lupin claims to be a Christian, he should treat every channel like a Christian channel.
Yeah, we're about to we're gonna wrap up fairly soon here, within a couple of minutes here. But I would encourage you to go back.
All of a sudden, the fun's over just because I came in.
That's right. Well, you decided to come in at the 2-hour mark, Christian. So
That's called fashionably late.
that's true. That is true.
Don't worry,
I mean, if you and Logan want to keep talking, it's totally up to Logan. It's his channel, but
No, I do have a show tonight. Yep.
Well, I'll definitely try to tune in for that. But yeah, I do. If you have a minute or two in between what you're doing today, I'd recommend you go back a little bit and watch that, because that was it was a pretty shameful display.
I can do that. Well, the show tonight, if you guys come on, it's going to be 7:30 Eastern. We're just going to be like playing Andrew Tate clips or whatever.
Yeah, like righteous Christians do, right?
Right.
Right. All right. Well, I guess with that being said, thank you very much for having us on Gangster Ghost, and like everyone else was saying, like Claude and Big Bad Mama, the fact that you didn't just let that keep on going. He was going to keep playing more clips from other comedians and whatnot after we ended up calling him on being a total hypocrite, because apparently, we need to satisfy his definition of how we're supposed to have a conversation. But Logan actually put his foot down and said, no, I don't think we should do that if everyone else on the show doesn't want to do that. So I personally think that was the better form of conduct for that conversation, for sure.
Sorry, it took me a little bit. I'm new to here.
So, yeah, I'll definitely give you plenty of kudos for that, Logan. I'm glad that you're capable of standing up to these people, because they're basically just trying to control the narrative and try to make sure that you, as a supposedly non-Christian channel, as he claims, can just be a dumping ground for all of his garbage. That's what I compared it to, because he ended up bringing this total garbage clip over to this channel that he admitted he wouldn't play on his own or on Steven's channel. And he dumped it at Logan's feet without even asking if he could play it. Oh yeah, it had like 4 or 5, like within the first 10 seconds, or like first 15 seconds or something like that. Like he's just going off left, right, and center about how atheists are just so effing, retarded and all of that stuff. So it's one of those cases where he didn't even ask permission beforehand. He didn't even ask Logan if he could play it. He just threw it on and started playing it. And then when Big Bad Mama started saying it's echoing, because for some reason whenever Lupin plays a clip, it echoes horrifically on his horrible setup, he was like, oh, they're getting offended. Look at them. They're already getting offended and upset. It's like we didn't even know what he was playing at first because it was echoing so bad. That's why he said anything.
Well, that's because it's a
yeah, like I said.
Nokia cell phone.
Well, yeah, that could certainly. I would certainly encourage you to upgrade your setup, Lupin, if it is in fact a 1998 Nokia cell phone. But the big issue that Big Bad Mama took with it, and I definitely agree with him there, is that he didn't even ask Logan beforehand if he could play it, let alone that it was an Andrew Tate clip that would have that kind of crap in it.
Yeah, it's really, to me, it's just shameful that he would even go around playing a clip with that kind of language when he's supposed to be promoting creation and Christianity.
Well, the conversation that we had last night seemed to be a pretty decent one as far as being civil and being able to have. So I really wasn't expecting him to come in here and double down on just making a total fool of himself like he has so many other times.
Human beings tend to disappoint. I've noticed that.
Yeah, they definitely do that.
Sorry, it took me a little bit to on my laptop. I'm new to using on my laptop, so it took me a little bit to get rid of the video.
Well, you
That's
hit it
fine.
on hurt, Logan. That's the important thing.
No, it's like what I said before, Logan. If you want to have him back on your channel, or if you don't want to have him back on, or anything like that, that's up to you. I would never encourage or discourage you to handle your channel in any other way besides how you want to do it. So I personally have found that I've reached a new low of disrespect for Lupin upon that happening today. But I mean, like I said, it's up to you. I think that the fact that you've had a channel that has been open and conducive to free speech is good. And unfortunately, one of the symptoms of that is that there was always going to be somebody that's going to try and abuse that and take advantage of that for their own means. So I guess it's really a choice of whether you want that to stop in that one particular instance and set the precedent that that's what's going to happen moving forward, or if you want to keep it open and allow them to keep coming on. Like I said, the choice is yours, but I think it's definitely.
Are you there?
And you keep cutting out. Are you also on a 1998 Nokia cell phone?
No, I'm not on a 1998 Nokia cell phone. I upgraded to a 2003 very recently. So upgraded to a 2003 quite recently.
I have one contribution, Logan, to tell you in light of the thing I have not heard. I'll tell you like my older brother used to tell people all the time when he was impressed with them. You just moved up a notch. That puts you at notch 1.
Oh, thank you. You said the one thing I sent you this time. I think I can make it where you can add.
Okay, I'll do it tonight when I get set down.
Okay.
All right, well, everybody take care. Christian, we'll try to come onto your show later tonight. Logan, like I said, kudos to you for standing up for yourself and for your channel and for your values. That was very good to see of you. So,
I mean, tell you, I heard of that guy. I've seen people put videos of him talking, but I never knew he did anything horrible like that.
Andrew Tate is a scumbag.
oh yeah. He's literally been on camera admitting to doing all sorts of horrible things in regards to manipulating women and corralling them into being totally dependent on him to the point where they're forced to do whatever he tells them to. Like, he's been recorded saying these things, so the fact that Lupin was trying to say, oh, well, it's just alleged. I mean, the Romanian government isn't necessarily totally sure about those things. Like, he was saying that stuff when we brought that up.
He moved to Romania because the laws were more lax.
Well, yeah, and then he tried saying, well, the Romanian government isn't necessarily reliable when it comes to how they try people and with their laws and everything. So, yeah, it was... it's not like he didn't know about these things. He definitely has heard these allegations before, but he just decided that didn't matter. What matters is owning the atheists.
Well, on that note, I'm going to let you gentlemen have it.
Yeah, well, I too am going to, as Christian says, have it. Have a good rest of your
later on. That great ethereal it in the sky.
That's right, Christian.
Brother Pike. Later on, are you going to come on at 7 to get ready and stuff?
Yes, I will try to be on by 7 to get ready. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care, guys.
See you.
Bye, Aiden. Bye, everyone.